Hale is on deck. Brock Hale has just been absolutely on fire, hitting .636 for the Cougars with 9 RBIs and very limited at bats this year. Been batting a little arm issue, but doesn't affect his hitting. That pitch is in the dirt for ball 2. Yeah, you look at Brock Hale, I'm telling you, he lit it up last night. We had him on the air after the ball game. He's only had 11 at bats, 7 hits, 3 triples in those 11 at bats, and 9 RBIs. He's got 13 total bases. Here's the pitch. That ball hit pretty well. Right field. Right fielder going back. Looking up. Grand slam for Uri. So they intentionally pass Shea to get to Uri. He hits one out. Cougars lead 5-0 as Brock Hale steps in. Hale takes the first pitch. That's downline. Boy, that poor catcher, Joe Brophy. The pitch is either about shoulder height or it's in the dirt. He's really been bouncing around back there.
Yeah, he might have to put on some extra padding. He's getting beat up already here just in the bottom of the first inning.
The bullpen is up for Niagara. Pitches down low. Brock Hale is a walk-on. He was a young man out of Mesa, Arizona, Mesa High School, went on a mission out of high school. They knew who he was, came back off his mission. Kind of a preferred walk-on type guy. He is not on scholarship, but they love this kid. They call it lag. You probably understand it. He's got great bat lag, so he can just wait to the last second to get that barrel out. 3-0 the count on Hale. Pitch is outside, ball 4, so another base on balls. And that will bring Kyle Dean to the plate.
You know, Brent, I think Rob McCoy, who's the head coach for Niagara, is going out, and actually the pitching coach is going to be out.
Very heralded player. There's a wild pitch, and Brock Hale will move down to second base. But as you get to watch this team throughout the year, you're going to see that. Yeah,
and you probably mentioned over the last couple of days just, you know, how Kyle Dean ended up here at BYU. He's a non-member and, you know, has an interesting story. He was committed to University of San Diego and ended up not having a fit there. And Coach Littlewood, I think it was the second or first player that he had reached out to when he got hired here as head coach at BYU. And it's just a great story, and it's great to see the success Kyle's having now that he's here.
2-2 pitch, Dean, grounder out toward the shortstop. He's got it. He'll throw to first for the out. The 2-0 pitch to Larson. Larson hits this ball hard right at the third baseman. He's got it. Throw to first for the out, and Niagara retires the Cougars, but not before BYU scored 5 runs on 2. 5 runs on 2 hits. No errors, 1 man left. We're through 1 complete. 5-0.
Uri, who's been a hot hitter again today.
Bucci's first pitch to Brock Hale is down low. Hale walked his first time up. Hale wearing number 44 on the jersey. 6 foot, 182-pound freshman, returned missionary out of Mesa, Arizona. You know, that's kind of an interesting dynamic. Cameron talked to Coach a little about that last night with the 18-year-olds now going out. A lot of them are going out and coming back and having 4 straight years, and I think that's an advantage.
Absolutely.
For baseball players.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's good. They can come back, maybe have a year to recuperate, and it doesn't really impact them too much. They can maybe even redshirt when they come back, and then they still have 4 years to play. As opposed to before, they'd come in and play maybe redshirt and then have 2 years, and that's already 3 years since high school, and they're 21 being a freshman. So I think it's a fantastic change, and it's been a great thing for the baseball program specifically. These guys can come in and, as you said, have 4 straight years to play.
3-0 the count to Brock Hale. Pitch is over for a strike. Hale this week against UVU and Niagara, 5 for 7. 2 of those hits have been triples. 7 RBI, slugging percentage of 1286. Here goes the runner. Hale takes the pitch outside, and he'll walk down to first base with his second walk of the afternoon. Uri moves up to second, and that will bring Kyle Dean to the plate. Here's a replay of that pitch, and you can see Uri taking off, but just had to ease up into the bag at second base as there was a ball 4 count on Brock Hale. Now Kyle Dean with a chance to do some damage. He grounded out to the shortstop. his first time up. Kyle, 3 home runs last week against Kansas in 1 game. 395, also the Chevron convenience stores here on Stadium Avenue, right behind the baseball field here. There's a 2-2 pitch to Dean. That pitch is down low. Ball gets away. And again, good heads up by Yuri, able to advance on, throw back to second base, gets through the second baseman, and Yuri's going to score. So again, that Cougar, good aggressive base running, and turns the Cougars into another run as Brock Hale moves up to third base. So that'll be an error on the catcher on the overthrow, or the throw that bounced. And you'll see the replay right here if you're watching on the W. Boy, as soon as that Yuri saw that ball in the dirt, he took off, and Hale behind him. Catcher thought he had a better chance at second base, and I think he did, but a good throw. I think he still would have been safe down there, but turns the Cougars into another run.
Yeah, Brent, the BYU Cougars have some good team speed, but they're putting so much pressure on the defense by being so aggressive on the base pass, and you create runs by doing that. And it's great to see Coach Littlewood having that mindset with his team here to start the season. 3-2
Dean, looper into center. Center fielder coming in. He's going to get there and make the catch. Cougars do get 4 runs in the inning. They get those 4 runs on 3 base hits. There was an error, 1 man left, and we are through 2 innings. 9-0 BYU over Niagara on your Cougar Baseball Radio Network. To get things going.
Yeah, you don't want anyone come taking your job. You know, you have this talent that's young and that's ready to play, and you want to stay out there as an upperclassman. Eric Uri's doing a great job, as we said, as the West Coast Conference Player of the Week last week against Kansas, and trying to get another bid again for that West Coast Conference Player of the Week here with a grand slam and a single. And that last at bat had a great swing, driving that ball to center field, and just another good at bat. I mean, it was a line drive out, but
Hale, a big swing and a miss, 1-1 the count.
He has to feel pretty good about how he's seeing the ball and how he's swinging, making good contact right now.
One ball and 1 strike. With 2 men out. And Brock Hale hits this ball hard. Boy, third baseman made a play down there. I'm not sure that's exactly how you teach that, but the ball was hit hard, and a good play by Jeff Cito will retire the Cougars here in the 4th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. We are now through 4 complete. 9-1 BYU over Niagara on your Cougar Baseball Radio Network. And
left fielder Gallup made a great play catching it. And from a Cougar standpoint, a good play by Favero, who was on second. Real heads-up play, tagging up and getting to third base and putting himself at third here with runners on first and third with 2 outs. And we have Brock Hale to the plate here.
Yeah, Brock Hale steps in. It's Hale's third at bat. He's 0 for 1, walked in the first, walked in the second, grounded out in the 4th inning. And with runners at the corners, Hale steps back in. Good curve ball, this one on the inside corner. 0-2 now the count. He's the 9th guy to come to the plate for BYU here in the inning. As Hale steps back in, here's Peranto's pitch. Hale takes a pitch down low. Said he did not go on the check swing as they appeal it down to the first base umpire. So Hale, the walk-on freshman, Mesa High School product, who's already served a mission for BYU. As the freshman steps in, Hale rips this one down the third baseline. That's in for extra bases. Hale around first base. He'll end up with a double and an RBI, and the Cougars lead now by a score of 14-1.
Yeah, a great piece of hitting by Brock Hale, getting an elevated slider that really didn't slide from Purple Eagles' Jordan Peranto. And as we see a replay here, that ball up, belt high, really didn't have any movement on it, just stayed out over the plate. Brock Hale did a nice job driving it down the left field line and driving in a couple runs, and the Cougars are now up 14-1.
Peranto's pitch, Jelich, little pop-up, shallow center field. Furman's second baseman called off by Cullen, the shortstop, and Jelic pops up to end the inning.
Cougars.
That'll do it for the Cougars.
5 runs on 4 hits. No errors.
5 runs, 4 hits, no errors, 2 runners left. We're through 5 complete. 14-1 BYU over Niagara on your Cougar Baseball Radio Network.